Welcome to the Answers for Elders radio show. Meet the trusted experts who will give you straight answers and will help guide you on the path of later life care. Now, here's your host, founder, caregiver, and CEO, Suzanne Newman.
And welcome back, everyone, to our final segment of this hour as we are sitting here in this most beautiful community. And for those of you that can hear the noise in the background, let me tell you something. This place is lively, it's fun, it's fresh, it's inviting, and there's all different types of wonderful things. I know I have a friend right now, actually a family member on a tour, and he still hasn't emerged yet. So he's having some fun somewhere. And I'm here finally with the woman that makes everything happen around here, the executive director, Janet Sederquist. And Janet, welcome to Answers for Elders Radio.
Thank you so much.
I feel like we're already good friends because we've met before and we've had a chance to get to know each other. And I'm so glad that you're here on the show to talk a little bit about your journey and what brought you to MorningStar.
Thank you so much for having us. I was in another industry a few years ago, travel, hospitality, and tourism for 25 years. And segued into senior living about 5 years ago, and was in assisted living, being the executive director, and had a recruiter calling me 3 times a day for about 3 weeks. And I was so immersed in running the other operation during COVID. And I finally called her back and I said, what is this about? And she said, I just think I have the perfect fit for you. And I talked with her more. I got on MorningStar's website.
And you were not living here.
I was living in Oregon at the time.
Yeah.
Right. And had been to Kirkland about 30 years ago. So I was a little familiar with it. But the more I talked with her, and they flew me back for an interview to Denver, our home office. And I just felt with each conversation I had with the regional vice presidents and then with Ken Yeager, our founder, I just felt like it was a really good fit. And so I made the move in October of 2021.
Well, welcome to, Puget Sound. Welcome to the greater Seattle area.
I've actually been trying to get here for 30 years.
Well, you're here. You're here now.
And
you're here with an amazing organization in a beautiful setting. And I cannot even imagine, what it must be like to come to work here every day and to represent, such an incredible big vision as MorningStar has. What is it like for you, kind of being the guidepost, the ringleader?
Sometimes really fun. As any executive director, we have challenges and we have great days, but overall it's the team that makes it happen. And we're all here for different reasons, but ultimately it's serving our seniors.
So you have a personal story yourself.
I do. It was taking care of my own mother several years ago. I was looking for a change of career, and it was actually her doctors that recommended, hey, have you talked to Senior Living Company? I think with all of your management background, you might be a really good fit, because I really did enjoy taking care of my mother I did. So it ended up being a really good fit with my management background, and yet finding a way to serve our seniors.
Sure. And I think the other side of it, which is really important, is so many of us that are in this industry come by way of our own personal stories. I think one of the things, each one of your team members shared their stories. And I think that that's so important in the fact that you do have a personal connection and a personal connection to our older adults and who they are. And obviously that really puts you in a position of a keener and greater awareness of what families are facing, what they're dealing with, how to navigate the daunting world of elder care. Sometimes there's all types of questions that families are asking you, I'm sure, every day. So your role as an executive director, obviously you oversee all the functions of the community. Janet, what gives you the most joy every day in your job?
Well, anytime we get to spend any time with our seniors,
you get emotional and I get emotional because I think is something that's very near and dear to my heart. And, every day I always feel like when I'm serving my seniors and when I'm talking to people and getting a message out, it's like, there's something exciting about being in our industry where you feel like you're making a difference every day. And how often in a job, in a profession, do you ever feel that way? And I know there's probably a lot of people out there in the community, they're looking for their next quote unquote job in the world. The nice thing about this industry is we are so supportive to one another. I don't care if you're in MorningStar or the community down the street. We support each other because we're all on the same team.
And we're a resource. We are constantly a resource for someone that may or may not move in, but a family member may have questions. And I have always opened my door or my phone to, if you have any needs, any questions about it, because elder care is a daunting task. It's overwhelming when you start the search, whether it's for yourself or whether it's for a loved one. It is overwhelming. You kind of don't know where to start. So we always our doors are open for any kind of information that you may need.
So the point is to all of our listeners out there, start looking. And it may mean 3 years from now that you're not going to move, or 5 years from now that you're not going to move, but at least you start marinating on an idea that I might want to make that transition. Nobody's going to ever force you to do something you don't want to do. It's going to be an easy process. And I think that's one of the things that if you feel like senior living is right for you, there's incredible resources. And of course, this community is independent living, which means you're not, when you walk in, you don't see walkers, you don't see wheelchairs, you don't see that type of a scenario. It's really a vibrant, active community. But there are services that can come in. Can you tell me a little bit about how that works?
Right. Well, we don't have healthcare per se and caregivers and a nursing department. We have health providers that are partnerships. So the resident can contract or hire those services independently. So we support them. We give them the resources to be able to choose and select who they would like to assist. Someone may get out of the hospital and just need an extra couple of weeks of care. And while we have eyes on, and we have an emergency call system in all of our apartments, we do not provide the one-on-one care. That's where our partners come in, that they have the opportunity to contract with them for a little bit of extra care.
So you partner with like home care agencies, like
traveling physicians.
Yeah, traveling physicians. And Jennifer talked a little bit about dispatch health. So in other words, you bring in people that are all independent, which is a great concept too, because it helps keep your living expenses. You're not paying for something you're not getting unless you need it. Right. Is that kind of the concept?
Yes, exactly. But one of the things we do have on site is O&R rehab. We actually have a physical therapist on site.
That's awesome.
Monday through Friday, which works directly with Medicare and directly with the resident's doctor to obtain a prescription for physical therapy. And they don't need to leave the community for that. She is on site Monday through Friday and provides some of our fitness classes as well as our strength and balance. And she also, in our saltwater pool, she also provides water walking and some of our fitness classes in the pool as well.
Perfect. Yes. And so obviously, you guys right now are giving tours. Tell us a little bit about what happens on a tour.
Well, we have a wide range of things to see, but you meet with our director of community relations, either Jennifer or Ashley, and they really sit and talk with the family or the person here, whether it's for them or whether it's for a loved one, and really finding out and talking with them a little bit more about what they're looking for. That way we can tailor the tour to their needs. They may be looking for activities, socialization. So we focus in on that on the tour, or it's just the apartment. They want to downsize and they want a brand new apartment that no one's ever lived in, or they only want to know about the pool. So we
it's really nice. Yeah. And it's really nice to think about you're living in a brand new apartment that nobody else has lived in. I mean, this community is brand spanking new since February of 2022. So to see and be in a gorgeous building like this. Oh my gosh. And when I walked in, it's like, there's the fireplace, there's the grand piano, there's all different types of things. We're sitting right now, again, today in the bistro. And for those of you that are watching us on YouTube, there's a fireplace in the background. So beautiful. So Janet, how do we reach you?
You can reach us by phone. It's 425-979-5626, or by our website, morningstarseniorliving.com.
And Janet, thank you so much for bringing your team together.
You're so welcome. We've been honored to have you
Oh,
here.
well, I want to come back, definitely. And I will come back if you'll let me.
You're welcome anytime.
So, and for all of you, again, who are listening to the program, when you call, let them know where you heard the message, who you heard it with, because we obviously want to support and we want to get your feedback on what did you think of this beautiful community. And we're very excited, obviously, to have you guys on the show. And again, for our listeners, that number, please call 425-979-5626 and set up an appointment just to take a tour and have lunch. They'll treat you. And that's MorningStarSeniorLiving.com.
And be sure to tell us how you heard about us.
Yes, absolutely. And to each and every one of you, have a wonderful week. And until next time, be good to each other. We at Answers for Elders thank you for listening. Did you know that you can discover hundreds of podcasts in our library on senior care? So visit our website and discover our decision guides that will help you also navigate decision making. Find us at answersforelders.com.